Good morning, children. Today I am about to complete the remaining part of chapter 6 on the face of it by Susan Hill. Just children, you come on page number 59, statement of Derry. You need not think they have not all told me that fairy story before. Here, the boy like Derry, he wants to clarify it to Mr. Lamb. You need not tell that the people have not told me the story about the beauty and the beast. Even I know the story, no need to tell. And it's not what you look like. It's not a matter what you look like and it's what you are inside. The matter is that what are you from inside? How much beautiful you are from inside, that has the meaning. Handsome is as handsome does. Means one who is handsome that does always good work. But the beauty or the handsomeness of the physical appearance is meaningless. Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself. Beauty the fairy loved the monstrous beast, the terrible beast for himself, and when she kissed that monstrous beast changed into a handsome prince. And then only he would not, but I will not change it. He would have stayed a monstrous beast. I will remain a monster throughout my life. I am not just going to change in my future. I won't change. Mr. Lamb, in that way means in such way. No, you won't. You will not change. Derry, and no one will kiss me. Who will kiss him? Who will kiss that boy? Derry says, only my mother. Because dear children, his children are very dear to their mother and father, their parents. Only his mother will kiss him, and she kisses him on the other side of his face. But the side which is born because of acid fall means she does not kiss on that part, that side of his face. Even she kisses him to other side of his face too. And I don't like my mother to kiss me, and therefore he does not like that his mother should kiss him. She does it because his mother kisses him because she has to. And why should I like that? Why should I like that kissing? I don't care if anybody ever kisses me. I don't care. Who is coming to kiss me or not kiss me, that is not a matter. I never care it. Mr. Lamb, but do you care if you never kiss them? So, Derry, what are you telling, man? Mr. Lamb, girls, pretty girls, beautiful girls who have their long hair and their large eyes. People means the girls you love. Derry, who would let me kiss? No one, even not a single girl would kiss him. And Mr. Lamb, who can tell? So, Derry, I won't ever look different when I am as old as you. Even I will be in your age. I will go in extreme old age like you, Mr. Lamb. In that case, I will not change. I will look as the same. No changing will be there. No transformation will come to my face. I shall still only have half a face only because of that bone face. That will never change. I can say it very clearly, Mr. Lamb. So you will. It is so. But the word won't like this, and the words got means the people of the world got a whole face. You just know. People of the whole world, they have got the full face, and the words they are to be looked at, and therefore the reason is that if you are extraordinary, your face is looking very terrible, so naturally those people will look at you. Derry, do you think this is the world? And this old garden? Derry, the boy is telling that you old man, the garden where we are, you are telling this is the world. So Mr. Lamb, when I am here, I am not the only one. Means Mr. Lamb is telling, if I am here in the garden alone, so never think me कि I am alone here. Even I am with lot of people. But the word I was anywhere. Wherever I go, I find the word because I find the people, I meet the people, I discuss with them, I ask some questions from them, and they answer me. Derry, does your leg hurt you? Right now, the boy just changing the topic. Right now, he is asking to Mr. Lamb about his artificial leg, which was a really thin leg. And Mr. Lamb, tin does not hurt. Why? Derry, when it came off, did it? Means when your leg that blown away in an explosion, that time it had given you the pain. It was troublesome to you that time. So, Mr. Lamb, certainly, surely it gave me pain. Derry, and now, in this time, I mean, where the tin stops. I mean, means the tin leg, where it stops near the knee, where it has got the support of your real leg. That is the point where it gives you pain. So, at the top, I mean, Mr. Lamb, now and then, not always, and irregular, infrequent, in wet weather, in rainy season, generally it gives pain. It does not signify, it does not mean. So, Derry the boy says, oh, regretting. That's something else. They all say, means people all say, all people say. Look at all those people who are in pain. Even the boy is telling to that man, Mr. Lamb, hey, Mr. Lamb, old man, just you look at the faces of all those people. Means they are in a severe pain, they are in trouble, they are in suffering, and they are brave. Still, they are looking very brave, and they never cry, they never weep, and never complain about their pain, about their troubles, and don't feel sorry for themselves. So, Mr. Lamb, I haven't said it, boy. Derry says, and think of all those people worse off than you. Here the boy is telling Mr. Lamb, Mr. Lamb, just you can think about all those people whose condition are worsening than you. Think, you might have been blinded. Suppose you might have been blinded, you could not see the world, you could not see the people, and born deaf, you could not hear, or have to live in a wheelchair, and because of your paralysis you can't walk properly, you can't move properly, you will have to sit and move in a wheelchair, or be deaf in your head. Deaf here means weak in mind. Suppose whose memory is not working well, that is deaf. So, or be deaf in your head, or suppose if you are poor in your mind, and dribble means slaver, and saliva, that is dropping down from your mouth. What could you do, Mr. Lamb? And that's all true. What you are telling, why that is true. Everything is true, and you know it. Derry, it won't make my face change. But whatever the things might be, I may just tell you very clearly that my face is not just going to change in future. Do you know, one day a woman went by me in the street. Here the boy is telling a story. That is not a story, that is the real thing which has already happened with the boy when he was going to the bus stop. So he is telling that, hey, do you know, man, one day a lady went by me. She was going beside him in the street, and he was at the bus stop, and she was with another woman. The lady was with another woman. She was not alone. She had companion, and she looked at me. That time, that lady, the woman, she looked at my ugly face, and she said, whispered, she spoke unclearly to another woman. Only I heard her saying, she said, what she said? Look at that. Look at that means pointing to my bald face. That lady said to another lady, look at him, look that thing. That's terrible thing. Really the terrible face is that of the boy. That's a face only a mother could love. This is a kind of ugly face nobody can like and love. Nobody can kiss except his mother. Mr. Lamb, so you believe everything you hear then? Here Mr. Lamb wants to just motivate the nature of that boy, because what he was thinking always about his ugly face, that was injurious for his progress, that was not beneficial for his progress. So he says that whatever the ladies talk and the people say about your born face about you, so you believe in everything. Derry the boy says it was cruel. Yes, because it's very bitter to me. So Mr. Lamb, maybe not meant as such, that it has no meaning. What is the meaning of the people what they are talking about your ugly face? Their statement they are talking about your ugly face is totally meaningless. Just something said between them. Whatever conversation is going on between two, even that is the comment. They are passing the comment on your bound face. Means that is useless. They are totally vain. Derry, only I heard it. I heard saying that lady, Mr. Lamb, And is that the only thing you ever heard anyone say in your life? You believe? Derek, oh no. I have heard a lot of things from the people. They talk a lot of things about my bald face, about my ugly face. Mr. Lamb says, so now you keep your ears shut. What the people are passing comment about your ugly face, don't listen them, don't mind them. Shut your ears. Don't allow the sound to come to your ears. Derry, you are peculiar, you are really extraordinary, and you say peculiar things. Old man, you are just speak always peculiar things, special things. You ask questions I don't understand. Mr. Lamb says, I like to talk. Why? Because I want your company. I like to talk to you. I have company. And you don't have to answer questions. It's not, you are not bound that you will have to answer all my questions, whatever I am asking to you. And you don't have to stop here at all. And the gate is open. If you have some wrong thinking, wrong concept that has come to your mind, better you will have to go away from here because the gate of the garden is already open. Derry says, yes, but means what, Mr. Lamb? I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there. Here, that man says that the beehive is there just behind those trees over there. Some hear bees. Some people they come to hear the buzzing sound of the bees, and those people they say, but bees are buzzing. But when you listen to bees, but when you listen to buzzing of the bees, even for a very long time, they hum. Means you will realize that really the buzzing sound has been changed into humming sound in a very melodious low sound, and hum means sing. I hear them singing my bees. I like to hear the singing sweet and melodious song of the bees. There he says, but I like it here and I came in. Here the boy says that I like this place too much and this is the reason that I came here. Even he says that when I looked over the wall, no one was there. Mr. Lamb says, if you would seen me, you would not have come in the garden. Derry says, no. Mr. Lamb, no. Derry, I would have been trespassing. Here the boy saying that if you were there in the garden and still I am coming just over the boundary wall, so that will be the wrongful entry. Trespassing means a wrongful entry. Even a person who is very honest must come through the main gate. But I climbed over the boundary wall and then entered your garden. That is the wrongful entry. So Mr. Lamb says, that's not why. That's not the reason. Derry says, I don't like being near people. Here says, boy says, I don't like to be in the company of the people. And when they stare, when the people look very carefully at my ugly face, when I see them being afraid of me, so I sense about those people looking at my ugly face that really they are afraid of my face. Mr. Lamb says, you could lock yourself up in a room. So it is better, boy, for you, as you will have to lock up yourself in a room. You just close the windows and doors of a room and then you stay inside and never leave that room. So there was a man, right now, this is the point when the old man is telling a story about another man. He tells him, there was a man, once there was a man who did that, who locked up himself in a room and he was afraid. You see, understand boy? He was afraid of everything. So he locked himself inside the room. Everything in this world, he was just fearing too much as a bus might run him over. Suppose he did not like to go and move on the road because the idea and the image was there in his mind that during his walking, means a bus may come here and may hit him and he may die, or a man might breathe deadly germs onto him. Or suppose if he is talking from very close to another man, because of the breathing, that another man may just leave some deadly germs onto him and they can be injurious and he can die. Or a donkey might kick him and he can die. These are the fears of that man. Or lightning might strike him down and he can die. Or he might love a girl and the girl would leave him and go. And he might sleep on a banana skin, and suppose if he is walking on the road and he may sleep on the banana peel and he may fall down and die. and fall, and people who saw at him would laugh their heads off. And the people, they will look at him falling there on the banana peel on the road, so they will go mad, they will laugh too much. So he went into this room. Therefore, because of these kind of fears, this man, he went to the room and locked the door, and got into his bed, and he stayed there. He stayed there in that room forever. Mr. Lamb, not forever, but for some time only. So Derry says, then what happened? Mr. Lamb, a picture fell off the wall onto his head and killed him. A big scenery was there with a picture of big mountain. So when he was sleeping there in the bed, at the same time that scenery hung there on the wall that fell near him, and he sensed that perhaps the big mountain has already fallen upon him, and because of that he died. So Derry laughs very loudly. He laughs too much. Mr. Lamb, you see, understand. So Derry says, but you still peculiar things, man. Always you talks about peculiar things. Mr. Lamb, peculiar to some people. It may be peculiar to some people, not for all. So Derry says, what do you do all day long? Mr. Lamb replied, sit in the sun only, just I read books. And you thought it was an empty house. You boy, just you thought that this house in the garden was empty, but inside it is full, the house is full, and it is full of books and other things. Full, Derry, but there are not any curtains at the windows. Means windows of your house, they are without curtains. And then Mr. Lamb, I am not fond of curtains. The old man is telling him, you boy, just you should know, I am not interested for having curtains on the windows. And then sorting things out, I want that whatever the things kept inside the room, they must look outside if the windows are open. And sorting things in, and suppose someone is going from outside, they will look inside. So I don't like that things kept in that house must close. I like the light and the darkness also. And if the light is there, I want to come inside, and if darkness is there, it must come there in the room. And the windows open. Why? To hear the wind. When the windows of my house are open, so I want to hear the rustling sound of the wind. Derry says, yes, I like that. I also like to, when it's raining, I like to hear its sound on the roof. So because of rain, the raindrops, they produce a sound on the roof, and what the sounds are produced, so I like to hear. Mr. Lamb, so you are not lost, you are not defeated, boy, are you? Not altogether, absolutely not. And you do hear things, why? And you listen, pay attention to it. So Derry, the boy says, they talk about me, the people talk about me downstairs when I am not there. What will he ever do, and what's going to happen to him when we have gone, and however will he get on in this world looking like that with that on his face? That's what they say. Even I mean to say, Derry, the boy is telling that he overall the meaning of this para is wherever I go, people they are very interested to look at my face, but I don't like it because it is very troublesome to me. Mr. Lamb says, Lord boy, oh my God boy, you have got two arms, you have two hands, you have two legs and two eyes, two ears, you have got a tongue to speak and a brain to think. You will get on the way you want, you will walk on the way you want, you like all the rest, like all the people. As they are walking the same way you can walk, as they are looking the same way you can see, they are hearing the same way you can hear. The people, they are just talking the same way you can talk, they are thinking the same way you can think because you have the brain like them. And if you choose, if you like and set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest. If you like, means you can do tremendous change in your life, and those kind of changes may be better than the changes in the life of the people or rest of the people. But Derry says, but how? Mr. Lamb, same way as I do. So Derry says, do you have any friends? Mr. Lamb tells him, hundreds friends I have. Derry, but you live by yourself in that house. You live alone there in that house. It's a big house too. Mr. Lamb said, friends are everywhere. People come in. Everybody knows me. The gate of the garden is always open. They come and sit here. And in front of the fire in winter, especially in winter season, when fire is burned, firewood is burned. So the people they come to warm up themselves and sit all around the fire. Kids come for the apples and pears. Smaller children they come in the garden to me for getting some apples and pears, and they come here for getting toffee. I make toffee with honey there. Anybody comes here. So have you the same way you have already come to my garden? So why to worry about what are you thinking unnecessarily? Derry says, but I am not a friend. I am not your friend, man. Mr. Lamb, certainly you are. Surely, boy, you are my friend. So far as I am concerned, I can tell you what have you done to make me think you are not. Means, what are the points as I can tell that you are not my friends? Can you tell me? So Derry says, you don't know me. Means, man, you don't know me. Who am I? And who you don't know where I come from, and you don't know my residence, and from where I am here you have no idea, or even what my name is you don't know. How can you tell me that I am your friend? Definitely not. It cannot be true. I can't believe. So Mr. Lamb says, why? Means what should that signify? What is the meaning of your statement? Do I have to write all your particulars down here? Means what do you want from me? I must write all the details about you on a page, and that detail must be put in a filling box before you can be a friend. So that is the idea of making friend or telling friend. The boy says, I suppose not. No, Mr. Lamb. You could tell me your name, boy. If you choose means if you like. If you like to tell your name, you can. And not if you did not. So Derry says, Derry. Only it's Derek. But I hate that. He doesn't like Derek. So Derry. So if I am your friend and you don't have to be mine, but you are not my friend. I choose that. I like that. Mr. Lamb, certainly. So Derry says, I might never come here again. Here the boy says, I might never come here again because that was the first day. So fortunately, he came to the garden. And you might never see me again, and then I could not still be a friend. So what's your opinion? So Mr. Lamb says, why not? Derry, how could I come here? You pass people in the street and you might even speak to them. Means when you go by the street, so lot of people they go beside you, they come and go, and you talk for some time, even a little, but you never see them again, and they go forever. You can never see them again. The same way I am here. I am in your company for some time. You can tell me, friend, but if I do not come like those people walking in the street, what's your opinion about that? So it does not mean they are friends. So Mr. Lamb says, doesn't it mean they are enemies? So if they are not my friend, they cannot be my friend. So can they be my enemies? Either does it, do they? So Derry says, no, they are just nothing. People, that's all. The boy says, they are nothing. They are people only. That's all. Mr. Lamb says, people are never just nothing. Don't say boy. People are just nothing. Don't say. Never. Derry, there are some people I hate. So Mr. Lamb, that would do you more harm than any bottle of acid. He says that some people are there, they are harmful for you than bottle of the acid. Acid only burns your face, but the people can spoil your life. So Derry says only, Mr. Lamb, like a bomb only blew up my leg. In an explosion, the bomb blew up my leg, and there's the worst thing can happen. In addition to blowing away my leg, some other injuries may be there in my body. But it did not happen. You can burn yourself away inside. Only your face burned on one side, but you could burn from inside and you could die. It means you did not burn, means you are totally safe. Mr. Lamb said, then Derry says, after I had come home, one person said he would have been better off stopping in there. When I came from the hospital after my treatment, when I burnt because of acid fall, so some people they were telling that this boy must stay in that hospital even for a long time, and he would be better off with others like himself. And see, the lady thinks we blind people only have to be with other blind people. Here, this is the opinion of this lady. If someone is blind, wants to have the company of the blind people only, so that there may be some equality, there may be some similarity among them. And idiot boys want to form a company of the idiot boys. So Mr. Lamb says, and people with no legs altogether, so they must live together. Derry, that's right. Mr. Lamb, what kind of a word would that be? So Derry says, at least there would be nobody to stare at you. Nobody will be there to look at you because you are not like them. So Mr. Lamb says, so you think you are just the same as all the other people with bald faces, just by what you look like. Everything is different. Everything's the same, but everything is different itself, different. So Derry the boy says, how do you make all that out things? Means how do you know about all those things? How do you have the idea about all the people? And therefore I always tell you, you talk peculiar things. The man is replying, Mr. Lamb says, I understand the people by watching, by listening, by thinking. So Derry says, I would like a place like this, a garden. Means I came here because I like this place very much. I would like a house with no curtains, and I like this kind of house which is looking very beautiful without curtains. And Mr. Lamb, the gate is always open. And Derry says, but this is not mine. This is not my garden. This is not my house. Mr. Lamb says, everything is yours if you want. Boy, means if you want, if you like everything in the garden, house, and everything is yours, and then what's mine is anybody's. What the property belong to me, these are of anybody who come here and stay here. Derry says, so I could come here again, and even if you are out, I could come here. Suppose, old man, if you are not in the garden, still I may come here. The boy wanted the permission of that man. In his absence, he will be allowed to stay there in the garden, in the house. Then Mr. Lamb, certainly, yes, why you may come, you might find others here, of course. So Derry says, oh, Mr. Lamb, well, that did not stop you, you need not mind. And Derry says, I would stop them, and they would mind me. When they saw me here, they looked at my face and ran. Here Derry says, in your absence, if I stay in the garden, if I come to the garden, and other people are coming in the garden, but when they are looking at my face, all of a sudden they will run away. So dear children, I want to stop here, and this video is over here till page 64, and in the next video I will start from page